On News Hour Direct, Arun Jaitley, leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, has been leading the opposition charge on the foreign policy debate. Mr. Jaitley, the Prime Minister has often said we cannot choose our neighbours, and hence, in your opinion, is the suspension of the dialogue with Pakistan the only solution now?
Well, it's true we can't choose our neighbours because we can't reframe geography. But how to deal with the neighbours is a course which is always open to us. And therefore, it's extremely important for us as a nation and our Prime Minister to understand what one of our neighbours has been. And therefore, the Prime Minister must clearly understand the true nature and character of Pakistan. And I regret to say that from his optimism of the last 9 years, he doesn't appear to have clearly understood them.
But Mr. Jaitley, suspension of dialogue with Pakistan can be termed as a short-term signal. In the long run, that can't be the only signal. In the long run, how should Pakistan be handled?
Well, Pakistan has to realize two things. One, the age of redrawing international boundaries is over. That will never happen. Two, terrorism can never be an instrument of state policy. What we've seen recently in terms of Pakistan is that this whole distinction between state actors and non-state actors has vanished. The attack on Indian Parliament was a terrorist attack. Now, it was said that it was done by non-state actors coming from Pakistan or encouraged from Pakistan. But today, the entire polity of Pakistan has unanimously passed a resolution supporting effectively that action of the so-called non-state actors. Beheading was done by the Pakistani army, not by any non-state actor. And therefore, this is completely obliterated what the distinction between state actors and non-state actors is. Today, we do not even know who's in control of Pakistan. Is it the army? Is it the ISI? Is it the civilian government? Or is it non-state actors? And Pakistan is passing through a turmoil where by the end of this year, you'll have a new government, a new president, a new prime minister, a new army chief. So we really are all at sea who to deal with.
You say, Mr. Jaitley, that the Indian government's foreign policy is flawed. But if it was for the BJP to handle international relations, what would be your approach? Give me specific examples of what your approach would have been, for example, with Maldives, with Italy, with these situations.
Well, we passed through various crises even during that period. And the worst crisis was after the nuclear test, when sanctions were imposed on us. One by one, whether it was Europe or the United States or our neighbours, we started normalizing with almost most of them, if not each one of them. Today, where are we? Today, we are at a situation where Pakistan has completely deceived us. We are at a situation where a small country like Maldives can kick us around and think that they can get away with it. Italy has made this deception a part of their state policy. They've defied us, they've defied the orders of the Indian Supreme Court. And therefore, we have seriously to understand that let alone the Prime Minister's favorite template, that India is very tall in the Committee of Nations, have we been dwarfed under the UPA government in the Committee of Nations?
No, but is the passage of a counter-resolution on Afzal Guru the only befitting reply that we have to Pakistan's resolution in its assembly? It must go deeper than that.
Well, a counter-resolution is a reply. It's not a complete reply. The complete reply is that Prime Minister must seriously introspect, the UPA must seriously introspect, whether that policy of delinking terror from dialogue and this desire to walk an extra mile is a correct understanding of Pakistan. I have said today in Parliament, and I repeat, that forget an extra mile, the Prime Minister should not even walk an extra yard till such time this resolution remains and Pakistan first displays its bona fides by walking an extra 2 miles.
Arun Jaitley, thank you very much for joining me right on top of News Hour tonight on News Hour Direct.